no to bully. Hentikan gejala bully. Jangan takut dan jangan gentar. Hashtag stop bully. Hashtag anti-bully.
Never ever look good for trying to make someone else look bad. Not all form of abuse leave bruises. And I myself, I believe in karma kifara. What goes around, come around. And that's why I say no to bullying. We can stop them.
Say no to bully. Bullies are the trash of society.
Say no to bully.
Saya benci bully.
Mari kita sama-sama hentikan gejala bully. Say no to bully.
Katakan tidak kepada bully.
I hate bully.
Katakan tidak kepada bully.
Let's say no to bully.
No to bully.
Please say no to bully.
Katakan tidak kepada bully.
Bullying is sadly have been in the culture for a long time. Bullying is a serious problem that has far-reaching implications for the person being bullied and for the bully as well. It inflicts serious and frightening consequences, and this has to stop now. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. And good day to all. My name is Nora binti Nur Hazman, and I will be your MC for today. I would like to extend my gratitude to all that have joined this webinar, and I hope that everybody is settled and comfortable as we may begin our webinar shortly. We are the Resource Center Management Association, or better known as ReCMA, together with iSchool Faculty of Information Management UITM, support the movement of anti-bully awareness. We are now joining the moderator, Puan Mazwani Ayu Mazlan, our very own ReCMA advisor, and with her is a distinguished figure that is active in spreading the anti-bully awareness throughout our nations. The author and speaker of a book titled Born to Smile, the Law of Attraction Trainer, and a social activist. She did hail from Kuala Lumpur. We are gladly presenting Nora Tan Sri Abu Hassan. Over to you, Puan Mazwani.
Thank you, Farhana, for the great introduction. Okay, Alhamdulillah, this is the day that I'm looking forward to. How are you, Datin?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you, Pamazwani?
Alhamdulillah. So I'm glad that we are here today, and this is happening. This is actually happening, and we are hoping that we can find some answers, or at least some awareness on bullying and on the topic of how, as a society, we want to address bullies and the bullying from happening. All right, so as you all know, the bully cases that happen around us are quite alarming. Usually, this matter is shoved under the carpet and never spoken publicly because of shame, guilt, and fear. It is the greatest challenge in life if you are born special, because the acceptance of people around us will varies, and not all is conformance with us, with kindness and love. All right. So what can we do? I hope that we can find some answer to that today, Datin. All right. So
inshallah.
before we begin, okay, I would like to highlight the essence from your book, Born to Smile, Live and Love. Are there any factors that encourage you to share your stories?
Okay. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to you, Mazwani and you, ITM, for inviting me today. It is a privilege and honor to be here. And thank you also to all the viewers who are listening in to us this morning. I really appreciate it very much. And I'm truly humbled for all your presence. Okay, to answer your questions, yeah, um, there were many factors why I decided to give birth to the book called Born to Smile, Life, Love, and Accepting My Cleft-Lip and Palate. If people were to read the book, it is essentially a memoir about my birth destiny. I myself was born with a unilateral cleft lip and palate. Yeah, and the book tells a story about my multiple surgeries that I had to endure or I had to go through from the age of 3 months up to 30 years of age, about 8 to 10 surgeries to repair my broken lip, my broken palate, and also my broken nose. As you all know, if people are born with a cleft lip and palate, it will affect the nose and the lips and the palate as well. And for those who are born with a cleft palate, speech is also an issue. So most of us, not maybe some tak payah, tetapi most of us need to go for speech therapy. Yeah. So the story and the factors why I decided to actually publish the book was first and foremost, I wanted to give tribute to my parents.
Okay.
And for them having to go through um,
Mhm.
all the trials and tribulations, bringing me to, treatments and all that, and my mother having to wait for me at the hospitals. So it was a tribute to say thank you to both my parents for being such brave people when I was born in 1960s, because I know that it is a challenge for the parents out there to have a child which is different. And number two, I wanted to give hope, inspiration to the cleft adults, okay, and to the parents, to the mothers, and to the families who are afflicted with a cleft lip and palate, to tell them that, you know, it is a challenge. We all know that. I am not going to deny it. But your child and even you as a cleft adult, you can grow to become the person that you desire to be. But of course, for the family, they have to take the children for treatment. Okay, we
Yeah.
all know that. And the children out there, if you're listening to Auntie Nora, believe in yourself, have faith, and I believe that you all will be able to grow up and become amazing in whatever you do. Do not give up. Okay,
Okay.
lot more also about a strong message about anti-bullying,
Yeah.
anti-discrimination, and stigma as well, because of my mother's own experiences and my own personal experiences of being bullied when I was a young child, right up to a teenager. So I said to myself that society should be made aware that do not look down upon people who are slightly different, because nobody talks about it. I think it's time for people to spread kindness and just love to all God's creation.
Yeah. Thank you for your wonderful insights and interesting stories, Puan Nora, because it is something that is from experience, your own experience, that you can actually um, contribute to the society, to help in for the betterness of the apa ni, understanding of bullying cases. So I have one question here. Is the physical condition that made us an easy target to be bullied, or is it there is other factor that contribute for being bullied? What is
Okay,
your
I think that after making the book, because I was born in 1960s, I grew up in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, and I was bullied, when I was in standard one, right up to 17, as I said earlier. And now I've met, a few of the clever adults, and they are still being bullied right now. So for me, and also mothers who comes to me and tell me that now it's 2021, yeah. Since I started the book, I have few mothers calling me and telling me that their children going to school. Of course, before the MCO lah, sekarang ni kita buat online kan. That their children at the age of 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10 are still being mocked, are still being called names by kawan-kawan dekat sekolah ataupun budak-budak kat playground, even though punya saudara mara, cousin-cousin. So it is still happening. So my answer to you is, I think it does. But that doesn't mean that only kalau ada orang tu ada masalah, kata physical difference, kena bully. Orang yang tak ada masalah physical difference pun kena bully juga. So sekarang ni soalan kita nak tanya, kenapa? Kenapa kita sebagai manusia, kita kena membuli seseorang itu? Apakah tujuan dia? Apakah motif dia? Kenapa orang tu nak kena membuat seseorang itu merasa, orang kata kecil ke, rendah diri ke? So we have to understand. This is where we all have to, make kata a voice out there, have a voice as as a society to say, can we please stop all this bullying?
Yeah. So I know that you have been advocating this awareness for quite some time, Datin, and it is not for the conditions that we are concerned about, the physical
Yes.
concerning, and mainly because of we are in class association and stuff, but trying to make see the bigger picture. So what is
Constantly, yeah.
the bigger picture of it? So why this bullying happen? Why the person actually commit to bullying other people? So
Yes.
what is your opinion on this, Nora?
Why, your question was, why do you think that these people need to bully other people?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting question. Okay, because maybe perhaps, let me just, before I answer that, I just want to say this out loud, okay? Some parents do come to me and also ask me, oh, anak saya ada cleft, okay? Adakah anak saya akan kena bully? Okay, jawapan saya bercakap daripada pengalaman saya sendiri. Okay, tetapi tidak semestinya mungkin anak tuan-tuan, puan-puan di luar sana yang ada cleft akan dibuli. Sebab saya cakap tadi juga, walaupun anak-anak di luar sana ataupun orang dewasa di luar sana tidak mempunyai apa physical difference, mungkin kena bully juga.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that, kata straighten that out, because I do have parents coming to me, oh, anak saya ada cleft, kena bully ke? Okay, so kita tak tahu bully ni akan berlaku di mana-mana. Kadang-kadang budak tu mungkin agak, mungkin minta maaf lah, kulit dia agak gelap ataupun rendah ataupun badan dia, ada je lah sebab dia. Soalan saya is, mengapa mungkin dorang sendiri ada masalah dorang sendiri, si pembuli ni. Okay, mungkin dia ada masalah dia yang dia tak boleh melepaskan kepada, mungkin di rumah dia, mungkin dia dibuli oleh ibu bapa dia. So dia tak boleh kata nak voice out kepada ibu bapa dia. Mungkin the parents are very very strict. They don't want to talk to the children, and they want nak melepaskan dia punya frustration towards another human being. I am sure that the bullies themselves also have an emotional emotional problem, because by right, a human being should not be inflicting harm on any sort to another human being, whether it's physical harm ataupun emotional harm. Abuse. Bullying can be, we all know that bullying can be you can bully somebody via physical, via verbal,
Yeah.
social, even cyberbullying. So it should not be happening. So the bullying, I think themselves have an issue that they have to solve. But
Okay.
but putting on your frustration, on your
Yeah.
anger, on an issue that you have
Mhm.
inside, on towards another human being is
Mhm.
definitely not something that we should do.
Yeah, okay. So we are trying to make sure that everybody is fully aware
Mm,
what is happening now. Okay, so this is something that is not often talked about.
mm.
Um, and then why it is happening, on how it is happened, and what has happened. Okay, so we will come back after this break. So we are going to see a commercial on um, bullying uh, for 1 minute. All right. Ah, that is something that is very informational for Nora. All right, so we have talked about what is being the factors that contributed to people to bully other people. All right, so now I would like to understand, or get some insight from you, Datin. What are the telltale signs of a bully victim? Okay, so sometimes these people that have been bullied, they don't want to speak up, and they conceal themselves from um, the people around them, okay, and letting them know that they are being bullied. So, what are the telltale signs? So, I know that some of the participants who are listening to the live FB today is parents and friends, okay, friends of people being bullied. All right. So, what are the telltale signs, and what can we do?
Okay, you have bullying can happen when you're a child. Bullying can happen when you're an adult. Okay, now bullying can happen in the home. Bullying can happen at the workplace. Bullying can happen at the school. We all know that, right? Bullying can even happen on the road. You have bullies on the road, kan?
Mhm.
For a child, I think for the parents to be more aware if a child comes back from school, changes in eating habits, changes in sleeping habits, the children getting angry for no other reason, or the children getting upset or crying for no other reason, and children being withdrawn. They don't want to be, usually they are very happy and very jovial and lots of mood swings. So these are, I think, signs that the parents should look out for when the
Mhm.
children comes back from
Mhm.
school. Okay. And of course, the obvious signs is the children coming back from home having unexplained bruises, unexplained cuts, or dorang punya belongings, is missing. Maybe there is, their pencil case is missing, or their notebook is missing. So usually, sometimes when it happens, there is a bully case where else the bullies will take it from the children. So these are the signs. And even as an adult not coming out from the room, perhaps, or looking very depressed, anxiety, not being able to communicate in a normal way. We all know that usually she's quite jovial and happy and chirpy, but suddenly she has the mood swing, she has changing in her personality, her attitude. Then these are the signs that she or he, me, is being bullied.
Oh, okay. All right. That is quite an extensive information.
Withdrawn,
Thank you.
being
Yeah,
withdrawn from from family and from friends, do not want to eat together.
yeah.
Mm.
That's very depressing to hear about it. Eh?
Or one thing, we stay in the room kan,
Mm-hmm.
duduk dalam bilik saja. Sebab
Mm-hmm.
kita ni we are social beings. There are times where we should be out there with people, but if the person is withdrawn and
Mm-hmm.
not wanting to socialize, I've spoken to a few of my friends who have, like, I got a male friend who have a cousin that have a cleft lip and palate, and I
Mm-hmm.
asked, and then this uh, person say, oh, I punya saudara tu tak nak keluar bilik because they are the cleft and palate. So obviously that this is a case of maybe he has been bullied, do not want him to come out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
So,
very sad case.
uh-huh. So how can we do as a
Mm,
parents, as a friend, okay, to change this, okay, to for them to speak up, or at least telling us, and when we know something that is happening
mm.
around us, the bullying cases, and what can we do, and what is your advice that apa ni we can do to protect, and dalam masa yang sama kita juga menjaga kesejahteraan diri kita. Apa pendapat Datin?
I think kalau ibu tu ada orang kata dah suspect bahawasanya anak dia kena bully. Okay, kadang-kadang the child do not want to talk about it. I do understand. But we as parents, we have to have an open communication. Okay,
Yes.
sit down with the child and ask the child, why are you not eating?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not, why are you having mood swings? So we
Mm-hmm.
have to be open in our communication. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I urge the parents when they speak to the children not to put the blame on the child that's been bullied. Okay,
Yes.
sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'm just generalizing. When a mother is being told that katakan I've been bullied as a young child, and I tell my mom I kena bully dekat sekolah, and then mak tu kata pula, kenapa you ni, you lah agaknya. You see, jadi bila you dah cakap macam tu, anak
Mm-hmm.
you ni yang di dalam keadaan yang orang kata tertekan sebab dia kena bully, nak buka mulut pun dia tak berani. Sebab
Yeah.
whenever he or she opens her mouth and want to mengadu to the parents dah ni. Jadi kita ni, we as mothers, fathers, we have to be a little bit more understanding towards this incident and really ask the child why, what is happening. And
Yeah.
if the child says to you that, Mom, Mama ke, Ayah ke, saya
Mm-hmm.
kena bully, then you have to go to the school and seek help from the headmistress, headmasters, principal, to ensure that what is happening, we cannot just keep quiet and not do anything, because it is the responsibility of the school or even a workplace to ensure that the environment of learning that the child is going to, or the environment of working that the adult is, I'm talking about workplace lah kan, the environment of the workplace that the adult is going to is a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we do not want the child to be going to school and getting bullied day in and day out. So you cannot blame the child if the child comes back to you and says, I don't want to go to school.
Yeah, that's sad. Actually, because it's happening a lot. Actually, yeah. Okay. We have a question from the audience. Assalamualaikum Datin, saya ada satu soalan. Pada pendapat Datin, macam mana kita nak stand up towards our bullies?
Okay, is this a question when the bullies are in front of you or dah berlaku? I mean, has it happened or not yet happened before I answer?
Okay, so I think this is something that is generally happening in front of us kot nanti, Datin.
Meaning that the bullies are calling you names in front of you.
Yep.
Okay, first you have to identify lah whether is it a physical bully or a verbal bully.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can backfire. If the
Mm-hmm.
person is, because you know that bullying can be, I said earlier on, can be categorized into four. I mean, for the moment four, you have physical bully, you
Mm-hmm.
have verbal bully, you
Mm-hmm.
have social bully, and you have cyber bully.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To answer you, if it's a physical bully,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the person want to attack you, and then you are going to attack back. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's going to backfire. So to me, the answer would be to just ignore and just walk away. If it's
Mm-hmm.
physical bully lah. Yeah.
All right.
But if it's a verbal bully, I think
Mm-hmm.
we have the right to tell the abuser or the bullies that I think you should stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up for your right.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up for your right. Okay. Stand up
Mm-hmm.
for your right. Tell the bully to stop. Walk away, and you have the right to also make a complaint.
All
Because
right.
any forms of bullying, any forms, whether it's physical, verbal, social, cyber, is actually penghinaan.
Yeah. That's sad, huh? Okay, so we have another question coming in. Body shaming is also one type of bullying, right? Okay, what is your opinion about people use this thing as a joke? All right, this is something that is happening all over us, especially during MCO. Everybody is boring at the house. Everybody is so bored, okay, and going online and don't know what to do. Okay, so what is your advice on this, Panora?
My advice that you shouldn't be doing all these sort of things. Body
Mm,
shaming, making fun or insulting somebody's birth destiny. So
mm-hmm,
stop, say no. So
mm-hmm,
if you feel that it is insulting you, you can either, I mean, to the worst case scenario is do a report, but
mm-hmm.
ask for public apology because
Yeah.
should not ask for public apology.
Mm-hmm,
Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, maybe sometimes I would say that sometimes they do it. They do it without having any regards for the other person's feelings. All right, maybe out of joke they think that it's not funny, but we take it. We think it's not funny, so we have a right to ask for an apology. So
yeah.
I urge out there, the listeners, the viewers out there, can you all
Mm-hmm,
please stop all this? Because it does affect the person that you're being bullied at an emotional level. It leaves the person that you're being bullied a scar. Okay, sometimes you kata, you tak nampak benda tu, tetapi dalaman,
mm-hmm.
dalaman. And in
So,
the worst case, sorry, go on.
all right, yeah, we have like a lot of questions coming in. So, maybe we can take another one to answer. Okay, Assalamualaikum Datin. Saya nak tanya macam mana nak tahu tentang tindakan undang-undang yang boleh dikenakan oleh seorang pembuli.
Okay, kalau you tahu, if you know that like I said, bullying, okay kan, tadi I cakap kan dia ada few ways of bullying kan, physical abuse, cyber and social. You can actually make a report to the police because I already asked the police if we feel that the person is in bracket menghina kita, kita boleh actually pergi kepada any balai polis dan buat report against pembuli itu.
Mm-hmm.
It is allowed. It is
Ah,
allowed.
what kind of evidence that we need to have in order for us to make a report?
WhatsApp, maybe perhaps kalau dia WhatsApp dekat you ataupun
Mm-hmm.
Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
video,
Mm-hmm.
kena ada evidence lah. You tak boleh kata, oh, I kena beli tapi tak ada evidence kan. Ataupun di dalam, kata SMS, not SMS, WhatsApp ke Telegram ke, Facebook
Mm-hmm.
ke, Instagram ke, making fun, mocking, there's
Yeah.
evidence. And we can use that and prove it to the authorities that I have been bullied.
Ya, okay. Makin panas ni. Okay, so we are
Tetapi
going.
kalau orang tu dah kata okey minta maaf, saya tak buat lagi. Jadi terpulang kepada hak masing-masing. Okey, kalau dah kata kadang-kadang mungkin like I said, mungkin kadang-kadang dia tak berniat. Tapi dalam cara dia tak berniat tu, dia
Mhm.
telah actually orang kata affect somebody punya emotions and feelings. Tapi kita minta maaf, saya tak berniat. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Right. So it is come back to our apa ni lah, apa ni, apa orang panggil courtesy masing-masing. Alright, so we going to take a break. Alright, so and we will come back after this. Alright, we are here again. Alright, so do we have another? Yeah, okay, we have another question from you
oh, this
from
one,
Janatul Izzah Ahmad Kamal. Assalamualaikum Datuk Nora.
salah.
Cyberbullying is getting worse during this pandemic and it has gone up significantly. What is your opinion about this and how can we as parents keep our children safe in the online world? Thank you. All right, Datin. What is
Okay.
your point on this?
Yes, I do realize that during this pandemic, the situation is getting worse. Okay, which is not acceptable and totally something that not right, not right. So as parents, you have to be more careful and more aware of the situation and tell the children, first and foremost, ignore it. Kenapa kita nak kena melayan? Kadang-kadang kalau kita melayan, mungkin benda ni akan berleluasa. Like I said, the worst case scenario, if you have evidence, you can do a police report. If not, then you just ask for public apology. We are trying to understand why this thing has to happen. Just because children are getting bored, they have nothing better to do, then they go online and start body shaming people or insulting people. It should not be happening.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take another question from Vicky Cracksfall Vincent. Tapi sometimes kids won't talk walau dibully. As a parents or kawan-kawan kena alert kalau ada perubahan terhadap anak. Contoh tak nak pergi sekolah, losing interest in normal activities, becoming isolated and withdrawn. Okay,
Yeah.
this is right. So
Yes, I do understand. Okay, sorry just to respond balik to Vicky, that I do understand there are occasions that the children do not want to speak to their parents about diorang punya, they being bullied. So we as parents must do our best to bring it out from the children.
yes, because
We must.
yeah, personally, I think that bullies ni dia di-groom daripada kecil. Daripada sekolah dia dah biasa membuli, masuk universiti dia membuli lagi. Dan tak mustahil untuk dia membawa perangai membuli ni kepada ke alam pekerjaan.
Dewasa.
Ya, dan dia boleh membuli dekat di mana-mana sahaja yang dia boleh buat. So what is our role as society kan, as public citizen.
Okay.
Macam mana?
That's a very good question. That's why when I do my live interviews, Facebook, I always try to inculcate the values of the anti-bullying awareness campaign to start from the home first. Okay, that means we as parents, this is my opinion, my opinion. I feel that we should instill to our children not to look down, not to frown upon, not to tease, not to call, not to bully anybody, irrespective of anything, color, religion, creed, height, weight, looks, appearances, not done. So
Mm.
we must instill these values onto our children from houses. Okay.
Yes.
And the other thing that I also say is that I think schools should start to have more anti-bully campaign.
Yes.
Okay.
It also got start from there.
It is a cooperation. Kita
Mhm.
kena bergabung. Okay. Di rumah dan juga di sekolah. Then even maybe extending this at what you all are doing is amazing. I really applaud you ITM for doing this, webinar to have this awareness about this anti-bullying campaign. Universities out there as well, even workplaces.
Mhm.
To have
Okay, we have
a
another question.
more okay.
Okay, Siti Soleha, if we are too afraid to speak up, what kind of advice or motivational approach can we use to boost our mood to go through the day?
Okay. Can I ask you something, Siti Saleha? Before I answer, why are you afraid to speak up? Before I answer you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Siti Soleha, you have to answer.
just just for
Mm,
conversation's sake.
yeah. Okay, so it is easier for us to detect actually, yeah, Puan Nora, detect that cases of bullies happening to the children. Okay, because we as adult we know better, and if we see and we know. All right, but if it's happening around us as an adult, okay, the adult is the one that have been bullied.
Mm.
Okay, so it messes a lot more than abusing your emotion, because it will abuse your mental health as well. Okay, so where we should draw the line. Okay, because sometimes we just say that orang saja je usik-usik saja, usik-usik, okay? But penerimaan orang tu
Mm.
terhadap sesuatu benda yang boleh dikatakan berlawak jenaka, okay,
Mm.
adalah lain-lain. Okay, penerimaan orang tu lain-lain. Okay, so what
Mm.
is your
Mm.
advice on this, Puan Nora?
The question to you was, when do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you, do you feel that the person that you feel affected with whatever her or his hurtful words is my mind ataupun bully? Apa yang you sendiri rasa?
Okay.
Kalau you rasa dia tu dah melampau,
Mm-mm.
sebenarnya dia membuli you dan dia
Mm.
memberi kata-kata yang amat menyakitkan hati you, tu adalah bully.
Mm.
Betul tak? Tetapi you pun kata mungkin kadang-kadang dia jenaka, it's just a joke.
It's just a
So
joke
you
that.
have you have to yourself identify. You would
Mm-hmm.
know because you are the victim, so to speak, in this scenario. So you would have to ask yourself, am I being oversensitive, or is this person really trying to put me down, mock
Mm-hmm.
me down, or is it I'm the one that's just being reactive over the whole thing? So you
Yeah.
have to ask yourself that. But
Yeah.
I think if you feel that the person that is actually mocking you down to make you feel bad or harmful, first you have to speak up. You just
Mm-hmm.
have to confront to that person. Why
Mm-hmm.
are you doing this to me? I don't feel good because there must be a boundary.
Yes.
Kita kena ada boundary. Okay? As a human being. If you feel that that person is really going out there to
Mm-hmm.
defame you, then you must say, look, I don't think that you should do this. I don't like it because I think that you are insulting me. Speak
Mm-hmm.
up. The word is to speak up.
Yeah. All right. Speaking up is something that is um things that we need to do, and we have to have the courage to speak up. Okay, so do we have another questions? Oh yeah, from MAHMA. Dear Datin, what if the bully have issues with their mental health? So any suggestion for us to understand them?
All right. Okay, I do agree with you. Some
Mm-hmm.
bullies have
Mm-hmm.
a mental health issue, but we don't know, right? Because if somebody bullies us, we I'm losing Puan Wazwani from the screen. Hai, tadi
I'm here.
hilang sekejap. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. That is another, or kata another story altogether. We do not know whether the person who is bullying have issues with mental health or not, right? We really do not know. That is when the diagnosis has to be done, the
Mm,
proper psychiatry diagnosis have to come. We do not know. But if the person doesn't have a mental health issue, then
mm,
he or she should not be bullying in the first place.
yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But if the person have a mental health issue, maybe that is the undying reasons as to why this person is causing harm to the other person. Because when you have a mental health issue,
Mm.
sometimes you are not aware of what you are doing. We all know that. Because that is another story altogether.
There's a story in another story and another story.
Another story. Today we're not talking about mental, we're talking about bullying. Yes.
Yeah, because it is happening in everything else. Eh? Okay, so what if the bullying is happening to us, and the bully is strangers, people that we doesn't know. Okay, for example, that we are being in a car accident.
Mm.
So the attacker will assess you. Okay, kalau dia tengok you orang yang boleh makan, and they will attack you, okay, verbally, or they will attack your car. Alright, so what is your opinion on this, and how do we want to react on this?
I think if it's going to affect you again, I think the best thing is for you to make a report. Make a
Mm.
report to the
Mm-hmm.
relevant authorities because you cannot allow this car bully, so to speak, to be attacking you out of nothing. Okay, katakan dia yang hit your car, alright? Say in this scenario he hits your car, but then he gets all kata all upset and all really marah you ke apa ke, but he's the one that's the mistake, you know, because you're driving the car, whether he's the one that's making the mistake or you. Then if he's going to continue that road rage, then you should report to the relevant authorities. The thing is, we're trying to say is speak up,
Yep.
speak up, do
Mm-hmm.
not suffer in silence, because I hear so many stories out there
Mm-hmm.
when the victims are being bullied, they do not want to speak up. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
tadi ada soalan kan.
Mm-hmm.
Kalau you rasa you are being bullied, you have to talk to a confidante about it. Alright, if you are an adult, of course, if you're a
Mm-hmm.
child talks to the parents about it. But if you are an adult, if you
Mm-hmm.
do not want, you need to be able to kata talk it out, get a trusted friend that you can have her opinion, her input, her feedback, either your bosses, your supervisors, or maybe your good friend or your confidante that you have. But
Mm-hmm.
this person must be trusted lah, must be a trusted friend. But sometimes if you tell your story to a person that cannot be trusted, then this thing can be manipulated or backfire against you. So you have to know, you have to choose the right person when you want to talk about something. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
being bullied. What can we do together? What are the things that you can take? What are the actions that you can take, for instance?
Yep.
Mm.
Okay, so I think we go for a break one more time, and then we going to address some of the questions.
Thank you. Okay, never mind.
Alright, okay. Sebentar tadi Puan Nora telah membincangkan tentang bagaimana kita nak prevent daripada dibuli. Okay, so the thing is you see that we ada soalan. Muhammad Aidil alias, hi Datin, I have a question. Do we need to apologize? Since there are some people said that bullies will retrieve from an attack when we are apologize. Okay, even we did nothing wrong. Please advise.
Okay, we need to apologize since
Mhm.
there are some people said that police will retrieve from an attack when we are apologize. Even we did nothing wrong. Please advise. Why do we need to apologize? Are you trying to say to me that we should apologize to the police even though we did nothing wrong? So your question is, do we need to apologize?
Yeah, I think that is the question.
Why should you apologize to something that you didn't do anything wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, you know whether you did something wrong. I mean, sometimes, like I said earlier on, we are human beings. Okay. Sometimes we do make mistakes. Okay. Uh, Kadang-kadang kita tak sedar yang bahawasanya kita ada mungkin uh, bercakap something yang hurt the other person. So when we
Mm-hmm.
realize it, then we say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it, I apologize. But if you know that you did not do any mistakes, why would we apologize? Tu je lah I punya answer.
Alright. Okay. So I hope that answer your question, Muhammad Aidil. Okay, another question. Assalamualaikum Datin. Saya ingin bertanya, apa yang boleh kita lakukan sebagai kawan sekiranya ada kawan lain yang kena buli?
Good
Wan Nur
question.
Datuk.
Waalaikumsalam, Wan Nur.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time for us to be upstanders rather than bystanders. Okay? If you see your friend being bullied, either you hear from the friend story or you see it in your own eyes, as a good friend or even as a good citizen, I think you should go out there and help your friend the best that you can. Just like, for instance, in school, okay, a group of children, okay, bullying this boy or a group of girls bullying this girl. And then two or three other girls or other boys see it happening. Now, I'm trying to say is that shouldn't we, as good people, go out there and help the victim that's been bullied instead of joining
Yeah.
or ketawakan ataupun ketawa. Oh, kawan I nampak that person being bullied. I'm walking and they're all bullying or they're laughing or giggling or mocking or I'm going to be, mocking and laughing together. So we do not want to do that. So my advice is you have to help your friend.
Yeah. Okay, because helping a friend, showing support, and bullies tend to bully people that is loner.
Okay.
Okay, if you
I
are not,
mm,
what is your
no,
comment on this?
no, I wanted to put the question back to Wano. What happened? Or
Mm-hmm.
anybody
Mm-hmm.
listening out there when you ask, what do I do if I see a friend being bullied? Okay, now I'm going to ask back, what would you want your friend to do if
Mm-hmm.
you are being bullied?
Yep.
I'm the victim and my friend knows that I'm being bullied. Okay, so what do I want my friend to do to me?
Mm-hmm.
Answer is, of course, you want your friend to help you because you are feeling helpless. Like you said tadi, sometimes the victims are loners.
Yeah.
Okay? Diorang tak ada kawan. So if you know it's happening, why not you give out the extra helping hand?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's I hope that's answer your question. Okay, so we have another question from Vicky. This one I saw a lot on SOCMED social media, like people make fun of people sexuality. What led them to make fun of people's sexuality? This is bully too, isn't it?
Making fun
Mm-hmm.
of gender,
Mm-hmm.
making fun of appearances, making fun of birth destiny, making fun, full stop, is actually a form of bullying.
Yeah.
Any sort of mocking, insulting, mentertawakan, jadikan
Mm-hmm.
bahan jenaka, ini adalah bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Sebab orang yang you make fun tu terasa.
Mm-hmm.
Dia
Okay.
terasa. Mm-mm.
Because the culture here in Malaysia, culture dia rasa macam kalau kita ambil tahu tu macam jaga tepi kain orang lah, kan? That's why some of us is comfortable and complacent to be bystanders. So what is your advice on this, Puan Nora, into changing from bystanders to be upstanders?
Alright. Now, again, I ask this question again, if you yourself are being bullied, do you want your friend to become a bystander or an upstander? And kindness to me is free. I mean, even if you see a cat, an animal being orang kata dipukul dekat tengah jalan kan, are you going to just let it die on the road? You see a cat. So is it very difficult for society to just spread more kindness and empathy to a person that's been abused in a physical and verbally? The
Okay.
question lies to you. You
Yeah.
answer that. But today, I am urging and saying out loud that let us all become upstanders
Mm-hmm.
rather than bystanders.
Yeah.
My message. This is my message.
All right, Datin, we have another question. Ya, Datin, bagaimana dengan perbuatan buli di tempat kerja? Jika perbuatan buli tersebut menjadi semakin teruk dan efek mental kita, adakah kita perlu resign di tempat kerja tersebut?
That is a very drastic decision to make.
Hmm.
First of all, you have to take steps before you want to resign. Is there somebody that you can speak to? Okay, is there a higher authority that you can report the incident to before you take the step of resigning? I'm sure you can talk to maybe your first boss, your second boss, your other bosses, and see whether the solution can be solved or not before again the drastic steps has been taken. Again, I said do not keep quiet, speak to the relevant authorities in your workplace that you are being paid. Get the evidence, dapatkan bukti-bukti. Of course, the easy way is for you to resign, but why would you if you know that you have not done anything wrong and you're being,
Yeah, that's correct.
yeah, get the solution first.
Yes.
Solve
We
the
have
problem first.
the problem first at our level, then we
Yeah.
can go from there. All right. Just now you have mentioned about speaking up. Speaking of, we have another question. Do we have another question to be answered? Okay. Um, you have okay. If we don't have any question, I have I have one question from for you, Papa Nora. You are telling us to speak up, all right, to own the situation, okay, to make that, not giving the power to the bullies. Okay, so how can we do, or at least how can we train our mind to be brave enough to speak up? Okay, this go for children and everybody lah, general. Your
It
opinion
is
on this one.
just think about it as a human being. Okay, you have the right to say how you feel, betul tak? And nobody should give you the power of making you feel inferior. This is your right to speak up
Mhm.
because we've all been given a mouth to say what we feel because we are merely protecting us for being harmed. Like the quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, do not give power to anybody to make you feel inferior. Something like that. That's not the exact words lah. Okay?
Mhm.
Do not give power to anybody to make
Mhm.
you feel inferior.
Yeah. Inferior is something that is you know, um embedded to us. Okay.
But I
Out
do
the
understand. Sorry.
Mhm.
Sorry, go on, Pamaswani. Go on.
Apa, having an inferiority. Okay, it is not something that is everybody have it. Okay, but it is the matter of how you control your inferiority. Okay, how you projected your confidence more than what you afraid of yourself. Okay,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
so do we have another questions? Okay, we have for your information, Puan Nora,
Tadi nak cakap,
407 participant who are viewing now.
thank you
Wow.
very much. Tadi nak cakap pasal inferiority complex. Then you
Mm-hmm.
have to learn the art of sayangilah diri anda. Learn
Mm.
to love yourself. Be
Mm.
kind to yourself. Be nice to yourself. Trust in yourself to make good decisions.
Yeah.
Stay away from toxic people.
Mm.
Surround yourself only with positive people. Okay?
Yeah.
Self love is important. Macam mana you jaga anak you juga jaga diri you sendiri. So when you
Yeah.
jaga diri you will not you will not allow anybody to make you feel inferior without your consent. I'm talking about the adults lah. But
Yeah.
tadi I wanted to say when you were talking about the children, okay? We know that if the children are being bullied, we know the children do not have the self-confidence, the self-esteem yet, correct? Okay? But as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
you would be able to gain your self-confidence and your self-esteem. So as parents, it is our responsibility as parents to instill that self-confidence in our children.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
Jadi
okay, we have another question, Puan Nora. Sex harassment juga boleh dikategorikan sebagai bully di tempat kerja kepada pekerja wanita. What is your comment on this?
yeah, I agree. Sexual harassment is also a form of bullying and you can actually make a report against you being harassed at your workplace. It is a
Mm-hmm.
form of
Mm-hmm. I think Puan Nora
mm,
selalunya benda ni berlaku dan pembuli di tempat kerja merupakan seorang yang superior.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So that is why this thing has been quiet down. okay, because of the authoritativeness of people that have been bullied and people who are bullying, okay, and apa ni, orang tak nak speak up. Okay, so saya mengambil balik kepada apa yang tadi Puan Nora dah katakan tentang loving ourselves first.
Loving ourselves first. Okay. Back to tadi you kata yang superior kan. Tapi tak ada ke superior yang lebih yang
Mesti
you
ada.
boleh buat report? Mesti ada kan?
So this is the culture we are living in, unfortunately, Puan Nora. Because the immediate superior is our superior lah. Okay, so often that if it's this is something that I read on, not happening around me. When it's happened, okay, the immediate superior is your only superior. Okay, if the things being carried out outside of your department, okay, there are severe punishment waiting for the whistleblower. Okay, so how do we want to as you say, going to the next more superior people, okay, to assess the situation without compromising our safety and our security. What
Is
is
this
your
something, okay, is this something that only happens to you alone? Or is it something that happens perhaps to maybe that department?
yeah, I'm just saying
You know what yes, I understand what you're saying. I faham. Jadi sekarang ni kalau you make the noise, maybe it will have an impact on you, correct?
yes.
Correct. So the question is, how do you make a noise without making an impact on you, maybe on your work or something like that?
Yes.
Very interesting question to ask in a workplace.
Not
Maybe
my
that's
work.
yeah.
Okay.
This is just a general question. This is just a general question to ask. Okay, how does the person that's been attacked handle this situation? Correct or not? That's why sometimes I realize that because they do not want to go directly to the person that's attacking them, they do it on social media. Betul tak? Or maybe
Betul.
that's the problem.
They are taking their bullies to another level lah. Kalau tak dapat dekat situ, nanti dia bawa pergi dekat social media. Lepas tu spreading lies is very easy. In social media, you can create fake accounts and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Actually,
this is something that is kalau jadi dekat adult, we are aware and we are clever enough to distinguish between benda yang membawa impact kepada diri dan juga benda yang tak ada apa-apa. Tapi but if it's happening to the children, because most of our children is now using social media, okay, something that I am opposed of. But sometimes we have to lah pakai, kadang-kadang cikgu pun pakai social media kan. Alright, so this is something that is very often terjadi. Dan macam mana, apakah nasihat Puan Nora kepada parents dan juga kepada pengguna social media tu sendiri untuk macam mana, what action that we can take towards cyberbullying?
That's what I said earlier on. First and foremost, yes, cyberbullying does happen, correct?
Yes.
Betul tak? If we want to say that stop, maybe it's not. I mean, there could be people hearing out there and say, oh, you know what? I don't want to become a bully. I don't want to become a cyber bully because it's not good. It's not good for humanity. It's not, we're not doing justice to human. But there are people out there that will still continue to do cyberbullying. Correct or not? Okay, so what do we do? First and foremost, ignore it, and then do not do not again loving yourself. If you know whatever the person that is talking about you on social media is not right ataupun tak betul, you know who you are. Okay, so you should not feel upset by what the person is, unless they are orang kata menghina, itu lain.
Mhm.
Menghina. Tapi kalau diorang spreading rumors, spreading lies, spreading fitnah, itu adalah form of bullying. So you can actually again take, you can actually lodge a report against this person spreading rumors, spreading ill messages about you, creating stories which is not true about you. You can actually make a police report against this person that is cyberbullying. Again,
Mhm.
you must not, if it's going to affect you, whether you're a child, whether you're an adult, you must not keep quiet. You must speak up and stand up against your right and protect your rights. Jangan senyap aja, sebab kalau you keep quiet, then this person is going to go on and on and on and forever. So you must put a stop to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
This is something that is can prolong for 2-3 hours, Puan Nora, because this is very interesting, and I'm thanking all the participants today. All right. We have 423 viewers
Thank
today.
you. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
All are here to hear you
Thank
and
you. Thank you
follow
so much.
Puan Nora. So any last advice? Okay. How and what can we do to stand tall and proud? And mengelakkan daripada diri terus.
I think first and foremost, you have to know your right as a human being. Okay, that's very important. Again, I'm saying out loud that do not make you feel anybody feel you make you feel inferior without your consent. And if you are being bullied, stand up for your right. And also, I urge that parents out there to instill the anti-awareness campaign from home, and that schools to be more involved with all these anti-bullying campaigns, schools, universities, even workplaces, okay? Learn to love yourself, because the greatest love of all is learning to love yourself.
Thank you so much, Puan Nora Tan Sri Abu Hassan. Okay, so for those who are interested in buying the Born to Smile books, you may contact the faculty. Okay, you contact me. All right, in through FB. Okay, you may contact Puan Nora for the book. All right. So is there any other question from the audience? All right, everybody is saying thank you. All right, thank you so much, Puan Nora. Okay, we talk more about this later. Okay, the story in the story in the story. Okay, it is very interesting. Okay, I am very thankful for you to take some time to go live for FPM for the faculty of information management. All right, so thank you so much everybody who
Yes.
are live today. Okay, spending an hour. Okay, rasa macam tak cukup sebenarnya.
And yeah, go on. I would like
And
also to say thank you to you, Puan Wasawani, and you before we go off, and to you, ATM, for inviting me today for this amazing, chat that we had. I enjoyed every minute of it. I hope that I gave some messages to the viewers out there, and thank you to all of you for listening to me today. Really
yeah,
appreciate this.
yeah, thank you for spending time. And then
My
I hope
pleasure.
we can collaborate more. All right,
Inshallah.
on this, inshallah. All right, so have a nice day. Okay,
And
so to all of your participation. Okay, thank you for all your participation. And I think that they are a form being produced, being attached to the chat box. Okay, you can kindly okay, there is the link pendaftaran okay, you can register there, okay, to drop your comment. All right, okay, so thank you for all your participation, showing support, showing
Yes.
love. Okay, so for today, from today, okay, I am vowing that I will spread love and kindness. Other people will do the same thing for Nora. Okay, we hope that we can provide a better world for our children.
Inshallah, inshallah. Take care, stay safe, and sending love and light to all of you. Thank you again.
Okay. Till next time, I'm Mazwani
Bye.
Ayu. I say no to bully.
Me too. Again. Bye bye.